The wind used to whisper his name through the tall stalks of corn, a constant, mournful reminder of everything I had lost. For 2 years, this farm, our dream, felt like a tomb. The fields lay fallow, mirroring the emptiness in my heart. Grief was a heavy blanket I couldn't seem to shake off. It had become my only companion, the silent partner in a life that had lost its music. Every sunrise was a chore. Every sunset a painful memory of the laughter that once filled this old farmhouse. I was just existing, a shadow in my own life, until a stranger's truck kicked up dust on the long-forgotten driveway. He was looking for temporary work, he said, a drifter with kind eyes and hands that looked like they knew their way around hard labor. His name was Leo. I was hesitant. My heart was a fortress. I had no intention of letting anyone enter. But the farm was dying. It was the last piece of my husband, of us, that I had left. So, I said yes. Just for a few weeks, Primera told myself, just until the first harvest. I had no idea that I wasn't just hiring a farmhand. I was letting hope, disguised as a man with a quiet smile, walk right through my front door. At first, we worked in a comfortable silence. The only sounds were the rhythm of our tools, the rustle of the earth, and the birds heralding a new day. Leo didn't push. He didn't ask about the faded photograph on the mantelpiece, or the sadness that clung to me like morning mist or who'st work it. He mended the fences that had sagged with neglect, coaxed the old tractor back to life, and tilled the soil with a reverence I hadn't seen since a long time ago. Slowly, impossibly, the land began to breathe again, and as green shoots pushed their way through the dark earth, something inside me started to stir. One afternoon, a sudden downpour trapped us in the barn. The rain hammered on the tin roof, a wild, percussive song. We sat on hay bales, watching the storm. And for the first time, the silence between us wasn't just comfortable. It was charged. He started talking. Not about my past, but about his. He spoke of places he'd been, jobs he'd worked, and a search for a place that felt like home. His voice was calm, a steady bass note against the storm's fury, and I found myself talking back. I told him about my love for this land, about the dream my late husband and I shared. The words, so long trapped by grief, tumbled out. He just listened, his gaze never leaving mine, making me feel seen for the first time in years. The weeks turned into a month, then 2. The farm was thriving. The corn stood tall and proud. The vegetable patch overflowed with color, and the scent of fresh life was everywhere. Leo had not only brought life back to my fields, he was bringing it back to me. We started sharing meals at the old wooden table. Laughter, a sound I thought was lost to me forever, began to echo through the farmhouse once more. He taught me how to fix the tractor engine, and I taught him my grandmother's recipe for apple pie. We were building something new, right alongside the crops we were nurturing. It wasn't a replacement for what I had lost, but something entirely different. A new chapter. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in fiery shades of orange and pink, we stood by the porch, looking out at our hard work. The air was warm, filled with the scent of blooming night jasmine. Etornet, tome his hand, gently finding mine. It felt right. His touch wasn't a trespass on a sacred memory. It was an anchor in the present. "You've built something beautiful here, Ilara," he said, his voice soft. I looked at our intertwined fingers, then up at his face. "No," I corrected him, a smile finally reaching my eyes. We built it." In that moment, standing on the porch of the home I once thought was my tomb, I realized it wasn't a tomb at all. It was a cradle, and a new love, a love I never expected, was just beginning to bloom. The first harvest was more abundant than I could have ever imagined. Neighbors who had once looked at my fallow fields with pity now stopped by to compliment the revival. But the real harvest wasn't the corn or the pumpkins. It was the joy. It was the feeling of Leo's hand in mine as we walked the fields at dusk. It was the easy way we moved around the kitchen. A dance of two people who had found their rhythm. He was no longer a stranger. a drifter. He was the man who saw the life still buried within me and had the patience to help it grow. He didn't replace my past. He honored it by helping me build a future. My grief for my late husband will always be a part of my story, a testament to a great love. But it's no longer my only companion. Now, my days are filled with shared work, easy laughter, and the quiet promise of a future I had stopped believing in. The wind still whispers through the corn, but now, it doesn't sound so mournful. It sounds like a gentle melody, a song of love reborn. This farm is no longer a monument to what was lost, but a living, breathing testament to what can be found when you open your heart. Just enough to let a little bit of sunshine in. This story is a reminder that even after the deepest winter, spring can return. That love can find us in the most unexpected ways, and that our hearts have an incredible capacity to heal and to love again. It's about finding the courage to plant new seeds, even when the ground feels barren. Thank you so much for watching and for being a part of this journey with me. If this story touched your heart, please give it a thumbs up, and do you forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next story. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and keep your heart open.